Kiran, Mahesh, Shalini, Shweta, anybody? Okay, what is a view? What is view? What is view? Anybody? What is view? Hello? What is view? Any others? What is view? Sir, response 7, please. Shalini, Shravani, Mahesh, Kiran, Harita, Divya. It presents output query as a typo. It presents output query as a typo. But that is okay, but as an interview point of view, the definition is not good. Okay. Does not contain any data. Does not contain any data. Yes. So first of all, what is a view means? View is a logical object. Say virtual table associated to a select statement. So view is associated to a select statement. Okay. Now let's see. So why we have to create a views? Why we have to create a views? How can you implement a security on the view? The security is correct using multiple times, giving access, stable access to avoid executing a multiple. It's not avoiding executing the select statement. So instead of writing the complex select statement multiple times, so we can create a view. See, anyhow, whenever you are executing a select star from this view, see here, I created a view with this complex select statement and I'm executing select star from employee info. So this means we are executing the data from the view. So as it is a view, it does not contain any data, immediately the query is going to execute. So the query associated to the view is going to execute every time. Query execution is the same number of times, but only advantage is the simplicity. We don't need to write multiple times. So table access wrong, giving access wrong, multiple times. Simplicity in the sense is this one, and security view associated to a select statement. Yes, only few people answered few answers, but other people are not trying at all. Okay. Okay, let's see. So we can drop a view using this statement. Drop view name. The only thing is the simplicity. Simplicity in the sense is instead of writing the complex select statement every time, instead of writing this select statement every time, we can write the simple select star from employee info. So here the employee info is the direct view. Okay, super. Now the second one is types of views. So we have seen this one here. So the syntax is, so the force, what is the use of a force view? That means creating a view where table is already not there. Table is not there, but still I want to create a view. If you have the base table issue, if the query associated to the base table is not there, okay, so then still we can create a view with a force view. Next, so the read only means So we can do DML operations on a views. We can do DML operations on a views, but as we are creating a view with a read-only option, so that means we cannot do any insert, updates, deletes on the view. We cannot do any DML operations on the read-only views. So with check option, we will see in couple of minutes. Okay. So now the types of views. Types of views. So based on the complexity of the select statement, based on complexity of a select statement, so views are divided into two types. Views are divided into two types. So one is simple view. So the single table. So base table, single base table. So no joins. So single base table. And a complex view. So multiple base tables with joins. Multiple base tables with joins. So that depends upon the query. So this is an example of okay, this is an example of a complex view. So the complex view means a query associated with multiple tables. So the complex view. Okay, so now DML operations on views are possible. So we can see if anybody asks you what are the types of views, the simple and a complex view. That's a very rare question. They won't ask that much simple questions in interview. Okay, so the DML operations on views. Okay, if anybody here, we will get a question on this topic. So can I insert a data into view? My question. Can I insert, update and delete data from view? Okay, so now my question is, does a view contains any data? 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 Remaining people. Okay. So as view does not contain any data, but I'm saying here, can I insert, update or delete data from a view? Yes, it is possible. It is possible. That means we can insert the data into view, we can update and we delete the data from a view. So possible with some restrictions. With some restrictions. We have some restrictions needs to be applied. So we have to, some restrictions needs to be applied. What are the restrictions? Okay, so the restrictions are divided into two categories, the simple view and complex view. Okay, so the first thing is, if a view select statement, if your view select contains any expressions or functions like group functions, okay, decode functions. If a view select statement contains any expression means derived column. See, this is the derived column. So here we are selecting this derived column. These are the three derived columns. Those are expressions. Are functions like a group functions or decode functions. Okay, decode functions. So then we cannot do DML operations on the views. So if a select statement associated to the view contains any expressions or functions, if a view select statement contains any expressions or functions, then the DML operations are not possible on the functions. Simple one. It can be a complex or simple view, we cannot do it. And the second one, if a view's select statement statement, if a view select statement contains any set operators, any set operators. What are the set operators? Like union, union all. If it contains any set operators, then no DML operations on views. Then also no DML operations on the view. So if a views select statement contains any set operations, so then no DML operations on the views. Okay, so if you don't have these two restrictions, we can do a DML operations on a simple view. Okay, as a view does not contain the data, if we insert the data into view, where the data is going to store. Okay, for example, as the view does not contain any data, so whatever data we are inserting, will be stored in where it will be stored. So as a view does not contain any data, where it is going to store? Anybody? Avinash, Anila, Shalini, Shravani. So as a view does not contains any data, whatever data we are inserting will be stored in where? Okay, so selecting star from the EMP info. EMP info is a view, right? Okay, so this view does not contain any data. From where we are getting the data from this query? From where we are getting the data from this here? I think we dropped that one. So the data stored in the base table. So whatever data we are going to insert, whatever data we are inserting, whatever DML operations, whatever data we are inserting, updating, deleting, update and delete will affect in the base table only. Will affect in the base table because that is the table where it is going to store data. Okay, so the simple restriction is, so if anybody asks you can update a view, yes, we can update a view, but with some restriction. So the query associated to the view, it does not contains any group functions. Okay, if a view select statement contains any set operators, then we cannot do. And okay, so now if the check option, so it's a kind of the check option is a, so let's see, we are going to see one more topic here. What is this check option? The check option is, let's see, I'm going to create a simple view. Okay, so the example, so create or replace. Okay, EMP info, do we have the EMP? Okay, there is no, so let's see. So I have a view, select star from EMP info view. This is the view. Okay, so this is the view. We already have the data. So now I'm dropping this view. Drop view. I'll recreate it. Okay. So now I drop this view. I'm creating the EMP info view again. Okay, so EMP info as select employee number, comma, ename, comma, salary, comma, job, comma, and salary, comma, commission from EMP, where department number is equal to 10 with check option. What is this check option? Okay, let's see. Employee number is this. Okay, first of all, Is this a complex view or simple view? Is this a complex view or simple view? Is this a complex view or simple view? It's a simple view because it's only one table and without any this thing. So we can update this operations. So we can insert, we can delete, and we can insert the data. Okay, so now I'm updating. Okay, let's see. Select star from. Okay, let me create another view, so then clearly you people can understand it. I'm creating another view without check option. So let's observe carefully. I'm creating a emp info underscore 20 is my view. Two views are there. Okay, I have a one view. Okay, so emp info is the one view. It has a department number 10 data. There is no records. Super. So now select star from emp info underscore 20. So I have a data here. Okay, so now I'm doing a update. So one view created with check option and one view does not create a check option. So now I'm updating. Update emp info. Update env info. Set salary is equal to salary plus 100, where department number is equal to 10. This is the first view I'm updating. Department number is equal to 10. Why it says the department number is equal to 10? Why we got this error, department number? Why this update statement got failed? I told, right? So simple view, there is no function, there is no set operator. That means we can update, but why it is failed? Why this statement got failed? Very simple. So what are the columns in the view? So employee number, e-name, job, salary and commission. Department number is not in the view. That's why we got this error. This will fail because we don't have department number in my view definition. That's a very important thing. Okay, so view definition. So now I'm updating. So department number is equal to 20 underscore 20. So department number is also, it's not perfect. Everything is looking fine. Okay, so now I'm inserting data. Insert into emp info. Okay, values. Okay, so now what are the values are there? Employee number 3333. I'm inserting a new record 3333. E-name is 3 and job is clerk and salary is 3333 and commission is 2222. I'm inserting a record. Okay, I'm inserting a record into this one. So with check option where class violation. Let's remember this one. With check option where class violation. Okay, so now I'm inserting data into 20. See, one row inserted. That means, okay, so here it is not allowing you to insert the data because of this check option. So that means, what is the meaning of this check option is, whatever data you are inserting, updating and deleting, it should satisfy your where condition. If anybody asks you, so I want to restrict update operation or delete operation based on a view for a certain where conditions. In that case, create a view with check option. Create a view with check option. Okay, so now this 20 is allowing because this view does not contain the check option. So I can do insert operations. Okay, everybody is a clear place? Yes or no? The meaning of check option. Check option is very important. So what is the meaning of check option is whenever you want to do insert, update or delete operations on the views, it should satisfy your the constraint definitions. It should satisfy your constraint definitions. Okay. And one more thing is the check option. So we cannot do update operation or DML operations with the violation of check option. And so we cannot do, one more point I'm adding here, to DML operations with check option violation. With the check option violations, the only thing is we have to be under. And the one thing is under. During your DML operations, so we have to use only columns in your view definition. Only columns from view definition only. That is very important. So because I cannot use this department number. I cannot use the department number in your insert operation because the department number is not in your view option. So the department number is not in your view definitions. What are the columns in this view definition? So the view definition columns is employee number, e-name, job, salary and commission. So only thing, if anybody asks you to delete, insert or update in a view, you need to remember these 4 points. This is very important. Okay, everybody? Yes or no, please? Yes. Okay, let's see. So these are the 4 points which applies for updating or deleting or inserting on both simple and complex view. These 4 points. What are the points here we have? These 4 points will apply for both updating the complex views as well as a simple views. Okay. So now let's see. I'm going to tell you one important, creating one more view. Create or replace EMP-DEPT view as select A dot employee number, comma, A dot e-name, comma, and B dot A dot job, comma, A dot salary, comma, B dot department number, comma, B dot D name, and B dot location from EMPA, comma, DEPTB, where A dot department number is equal to B dot department number. This is the complex view. I'm creating a complex view. Okay, so create or replace a view created. Okay, create or replace view, EMP-DEPT view. This is created. Okay, so now let's see. I want to update. First of all, can I update this view? Yes, view can be updated. Okay, so now restriction. Let's see. So I can update only these columns. Yes, first point. And the second point, no set operators. Yes, and no decode functions. Right, no functions, no set operators. That means we can update this view. Okay, and one thing is, one more point. So only in a complex view, only one table can be updated. So the complex view means the view with the multiple tables. What are the base tables here? Here in this view, so EMP and DEPT are base tables. EMP and DEPT are base tables. For this view, EMP and DEPT are base tables. I have 2 base tables. Okay, perfect. Out of these 2 base tables, in a complex view, only one base table can be updated. Only one base table can be updated. Okay, what is that table can be updated? So how do you identify the table? So now, okay, let's see. Okay, please observe carefully. So only one table. Very note, in a complex view, only one base table can be updated. What is that base table can be updated? Okay, so now let's see how many base tables are here. EMP, DEP. Let's see the EMP. Select star from EMP. What is the primary key of EMP table? What is the primary key of EMP table? What is the primary key of EMP table? Employee number. So now the select star from DEPT. What is the primary key of DEPT table? Department number. Okay, so now let's see. Select star from EMP DEPT view. EMP DEPT view. So now I'm going to see EMP DEPT view. This is the view. Okay. Now, so okay, so this view contains two columns, EMP number and the department number. Which column of the EMP DEPT view contains a primary key nature? So which column of EMP DEPT view? See, both are parent tables, right? EMP DEPT. So which column of EMP DEPT view has primary key nature? See, out of all these columns, see here we have employee number, e-name, job, salary, department number, d-name and location. These are all the columns in my view. While looking at the results, which column of view has a primary key nature? We have two columns. Employee number is a primary key and department number is a primary key. So for this answer is employee number. It can be either employee number or department number only. It can be either employee number or department number only. So now, okay, so which column of EMP DEPT view has a primary key nature is employee number. So now, okay, so now my suggestion, my point is only EMP table can be updated. Table can be updated or inserted or deleted. Okay, so now I told you only one table can be updated. What is the table? How do you identify the table? So the table identification process is out of the parent keys, primary keys. So which column of a view contains the primary key nature? So this table is called as the table which has a primary key nature are called as a key preserved table can be updated. Key preserved table. What is key preserved table? So the table which is preserving the parent key in the view. Key preserved table is the table which preserves the primary key in the view definition. So we have two tables, EMP and DEPT are the two tables. EMP table is preserving the primary key feature. That's why. So EMP table is a key preserved table. EMP table is key preserved table. EMP table is key preserved table. So only key preserved table can be updated, inserted or deleted. No other tables got updated, inserted and deleted. Everybody is clear? Everybody is clear? If anybody asks you, can I update a view? Yes, we can update a view with some restrictions. So you have to answer all these 4 points and you have to answer the key preserved table concept also. But so 99% of the times, 99.99 percentage times, no one will update view directly. No one will update directly because they won't update a view directly because it contains the multiple tables. But how can you update a view? See, I'm giving two tables, right? Two tables needs to be updated. How that can be done? Okay, so now my question: what trigger? What is the type of a trigger we can create on a view? What is that type of a trigger we can create on a view? What is that type of a trigger we can create on a view? Inline is not a trigger. What is that DML trigger? No, DML triggers are on tables. What? So 99% of the times no one will update it tables directly. View. So generally views updated through triggers, which is because two tables needs to be updated, right? So I have two tables in the view, 2 or 3 or 4. All tables needs to be updated. But how all tables is going to update in the view? Yes, so which is instead of trigger. Instead of trigger concept, using instead of trigger, we can update a view. But don't say this in an interview, because if you say this in an interview, they will ask you more and more questions. I will send an example of this instead of trigger to everyone for updating this EMP DEPT view. Is everybody clear with the view? Is everybody is clear with the view? Yes. I want yes or no from everyone. Not only views, it says sequences, synonyms, and everything is clear. Okay. Okay. So now let's see. Dropping a view is drop view name. I'm going to tell one very important point. Okay, let's see. Okay, so now let's see. Let's take this as an example. Let's take this as an example. Okay, this is a view, EMP DEPT view. Okay, so now grant, I'm granting, grant select on EMP DEPT view to, so Oracle, see I created a view. Okay, so let's first drop a view. I'm dropping this view, drop view name. Drop view name. Okay, so view dropped. I'm creating a view without R replace. Create view name. Okay, so view created. So now I'm creating another view. Create view. So remember this one. So EMP DF create view. So EMP view 1 as select star from EMP. Select star from EMP. This is the view. Simple view. I'm creating one thing. Two views are created. So now I'm granting EMP DEPT grant select on EMP VATV to Oracle class user. So user Oracle class has a grant option. Okay. So now I'm granting the base tables also. Grant. We need to grant on base tables also. Grant select on EMP comma DEPT to Oracle class. Okay. So view created. Okay. Grant select on Oracle class DEPT2. Okay, please observe carefully. First a view created with the create view, now R replace, and I created a view and I granted select on this view to Oracle class user. So now I'm going through the Oracle class user. I'm selecting select data from EMP DEPT view. Okay, so now I'm selecting the data from the view. Sorry, we need to put a Scott data because it's the different user. Okay, so now I got the data. Everybody is clear? So first I created a view. Okay, I created the two views and I granted the option. Select on the EMP DEP V2 class and this one. Okay. So now view is working fine. So now I'm dropping the view. Drop view EMP DEPT view. I created and I dropped a view. I'm not revoking the privilege. Okay, remember this. I'm not revoking, just I'm dropping the view. Drop a view. So it will give you object not found error. Tabular view does not exist. That is fine because this view is not there. Okay, so now I'm creating a same view. I'm creating a same view. Please observe. I'm creating a same view with the same name after drop and recreated. So view created. Now let's see. It's working. Okay, right? Because I have a view. So drop and recreate a view. Drop and recreate a view. So because drop and instead of using drop and recreate, I can put the single option create or replace view. Create or replace. What the replace will do is, okay, so now instead of drop and recreate a view, we can use a single statement. So what we'll do is, if it is already there, it drops and recreates it. Everybody is clear? Create or replace. We are seeing everywhere in the create or replace view, create or replace procedure, create or replace package, create or replace view. And so instead of dropping and recreating, so what is the advantage of create or replace and create view is, okay, if we use create or replace, okay, create or replace the first time, so the object IDs are not going to change. The object IDs, the database object IDs are not going to change. So if you drop and recreate it, object ID is going to change. So for example, if you create a view, it creates with the number 1. If you drop it, so we are going to lose the 1. So if you recreate it, it creates with a different ID. Okay, if we use the create or replace, it uses the same one. That is the one thing. And okay, sometimes drops, okay, drops by using the drop statement. If we drop any object, if we drop any object, so we are going to lose the privileges associated to that object. Privileges associated to that object. We are going to lose the privileges if we drop and recreate it. If we use the create or replace, it preserves the privileges also. Okay, if we use create or replace, so we will not lose any privileges. That's the very thing. We don't need to reassign it, privileges. Not lose the privileges. Everybody is clear this point? Create view, drop and recreate it. These object IDs are going to change and this privileges is also going to change. So if you want to preserve those privileges, we have to use a create or replace. Everybody is clear? Everybody is clear, please? Please let me know. Okay, now. Yes or no, everyone? Okay, now let's see. How many tables are in my schema? I have some questions. How many tables are in my schema? In my schema and in whole database. Okay, in whole database. How many tables are in my schema or in whole database? Okay. So what are the constraints on a table EMP? Constraints on a table EMP. What are the constraints we have on a table EMP? What is EMP DEPT info? Okay, let's see what is EMP info. What type of object it is? What type of object it is? We don't know what is EMP. If anybody asks you, hi, what is EMP info from our database? So how do you know what is EMP info? Okay. So what are the column characteristics from the table? Characteristics of a table. What are the characteristics of a table? So what is the data type and what is the everything? So how do you know? See, the describe command is giving, right? Describe EMP is giving, but in the program, during the program executions, we cannot type this manual. We have to do some kind of program. Okay. And so how many procedures are there in my database? Procedures are there in my database, right? So these are all the questions related. So this is getting the some information on your Oracle tables or Oracle database object. So the getting information of this information. So this is called as the information of your database objects, what type of object it is and everything. Okay, so we have so many questions and we have so many questions like a procedures. What are the parameters in my procedure? What are the parameters in my function? How do you know what are the parameters? How many sequences are there? What are the synonyms are there? What are the tables are there? What are the characteristics are there? What is my, so I need to identify, okay, I need to identify procedures, so which are using EMP table. I want to find, because let's see, the requirement is, okay, manager is coming and asking, hi Vinu, we need to drop an EMP table from my database. We need to drop EMP table. So he'll say, just drop EMP table. I cannot drop EMP table directly from my database because the EMP table is used in some other procedures or some other function, some other packages. Okay, Shweta is using my EMP table. So she created some procedure. Okay, if you drop an EMP table, that procedure is going to be invalid. Okay, and Mahesh is generating a report from the employee table. So I cannot drop the EMP table. If I drop an EMP table, so his report is going to fail. So we need to find out which procedures are using EMP table. So how can I identify all these information? Okay, so this information, so all the information related to this one, it's contained in a separate set of tables. Okay, those tables are called as the data dictionary tables. Data dictionary tables. So the data dictionary tables are predefined tables. Defined tables in Oracle. It stores the data about data, the metadata. The data dictionary means the data store. So it stores the dictionary of your table, the dictionary of your database. That's why it's called as the data dictionary tables. So predefined tables in Oracle for storing the complete dictionary of your database. For storing a complete information, a complete data about your objects. Data about your object. See, whatever answers we have here, so all these answers can be identified from this set of tables, the data dictionary tables. So what are the data dictionary tables? So the data dictionary tables are divided into three categories. The data dictionary table starts with user underscore star, okay, all underscore star and DBA underscore star. So for example, I'll give you some example. See, user underscore tables, all underscore tables, okay, DBA underscore tables. See, these are the three categories. Okay, let's see. User underscore constraints, all underscore constraints, and DBA underscore constraints. user underscore objects, all underscore objects, and DBA underscore objects. So user underscore tab underscore columns, all underscore tab underscore columns, DBA underscore tab underscore columns, right? So user underscore sequences are synonyms. Similarly, all underscore synonyms and DBA underscore synonyms. See, so many objects are there. So many, and it's so many objects. So then, what is the difference between user, all, and DBA? Let's see. So the user tables contains the objects of particular database. So it stores the tables. So that means the current. So it gives the information about the current logged on user. Current logged on users. That means, see, if I see the user underscore tables, see here. So here I'm executing select star from user underscore tables. Select star from user underscore table. What is the user currently logged here? Oracle class. So it will give you all the tables in the Oracle class. So this means, see, the current user we logged here is Oracle class. Oracle class user, because that's why the user tables will give you the information of current logged on users. If I see the select star from all underscore tables, all underscore tables. So see here, it gives the tables from another schema also, owner also. Okay, all underscore table will give you current logged on information, logged on details, current logged user details, user tables or anything. Okay, user details plus what he can access it, what he can access. That means, so some other user granted an access. See, I created a one table, okay, and Ashok given a access on his table to me. So that means I can access my table plus access I got from Ashok and Divya. Okay, so all means the current user details plus other user details, and the DBA mean it's a complete details of my database. Complete details of my database, everything related to these three. So the user, any table starts with the user will give you the information of the users. Any table any table starts with all will give you the current details of the user plus what he can access it can access the other users. And DBA details are the complete details of my database, the complete details. So generally DBA tables will be accessible to only DBAs or whoever have the DBA access. See, the DBA, because this Oracle class user has a DBA access. Okay, everybody is it clear? So similarly, this is for tables, it contains all the tables, and this is for all constraints on a table. Okay, see here, what are the constraints on a table? EMP. I want to find a constraints on my table. So the table is, that's why always use all underscore constraints. All underscore constraints. I want to find a constraints on my table. Constraints where table underscore name is equal to EMP. And always these are the tables, the predefined tables. Okay, the data in all these tables, the data stored in uppercase only. See here, these are the two. EMP table has a two constraints, referential integrity and a primary key, and always use owner is equal to. Owner means the schema name. So Scott will give you the correct information. All constraints. See, two constraints are there. FK department number and FPK underscore EMP. Okay, so now what are the constraints on the column? Select star from all underscore cons underscore columns. Constraints on columns. So here it is saying, so here I am getting the constraint name, but what are the columns associated to the constraints? See, PKEMP employee number and the FK department number has a department number column primary key. We need to find out the constraints and the columns of the constraints. What is the type of an object? Select star from all underscore objects. Every object stores with a all underscore object. So where object underscore name is equal to, see here there is no fixed guide for this one. So practice will give you more information on this one. Object underscore name is equal to EMP info. So let's see what is EMP info. If you want to see the type of an object, see object name is, so the object type is view. It's created on 7, last DDL is 7, so the status is valid. So sometimes we may have to write a procedure or a function to compile all invalid object. So we have to write a program to compile or find all invalid objects from my database. So objects in my database. So object status is invalid. Sometimes we have to drop all the constraints on the table EMP. I need to write a procedure to drop all the constraints on my procedure. But how do you find all the constraints on my procedure? So using this one. And I need to write a procedure to find all the triggers. All the triggers. So it will give you all the triggers associated to that one. Where owner is equal to Scott. We need to see all the triggers from a user Scott. So 4 triggers. So I want to write a program to procedure to disable all the triggers on my table employee from Scott schema. I need to disable all the triggers. So these type of the generic programs that can be written only when you know these data dictionary tables. Everybody is clear? So the user object tables, constraints, objects, and columns in a table, and synonyms, and constraints, columns in a constraint, objects, triggers. We have a so many objects. Everybody is clear? So this is just the starting point of getting all this, the data dictionary information of all the tables. Everybody is clear? Yes or no, please? We have so many objects like a materialized database links, directories, all underscore directories. Okay, tables, all tables, indexes, all indexes, packages, it comes under the objects, procedure, it's under the objects. Okay, triggers, types, all underscore types. Everybody is clear? So these are all the basic information stores in the, these are called as the data dictionary tables. The mainly 3, any table starts with the user, contain the current logged on user details. All means the current logged on user details plus what he can access. The DBA means the complete details of my database table. So the DBA tables can be accessible to DBAs only, or the persons who have DBA role. Okay, so now this is some data dictionary information. Everybody is clear? Yes or no, please? Yes, tomorrow we are going to start a concept. I'm saying concept only, the concept of tuning. Okay, tomorrow and day after tomorrow will concept of tuning, then we will wrap. Okay,